One of the most well-liked travel destinations worldwide is the North American country of the Bahamas. Despite the location's beauty, one should exercise caution due to the presence of sharks in the ocean. Click the like and subscribe buttons right now. This is the harrowing tale of Jordan Lindsay, who was attacked by a school of sharks on Rose Island while swimming with her family. The third day of their vacation in the Bahamas was on this past Wednesday. They had always yearned to visit the island nation like little travelers. The Bahamas weren't misrepresented in the media or on the big screen as most other locations in the globe were. It was just as breathtaking and thrilling as they had said. After all, this was just their third day and they had so much to accomplish. Jordan and her family awoke to the sunlight, excited to begin the day. Jordan exchanged anecdotes with her family while eating breakfast at the table with them. It was a great vacation spent with her family, her lover, with the Bahamas' stunning sandy beaches as a backdrop. What more could a Californian woman in her 20s from Torrance possibly want? Return home. Jordan attended Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles to study communications. Gianna, her girlfriend, was also a communications student at approximately noon. The family was prepared to conclude the day by unwinding and taking in the surroundings after finishing their activity, but that would soon change. The Sandy Toes Tour Company is located. The family made the last-minute choice to visit Rose Island for the day. A boat ride, snorkeling, and a visit to a private beach where you could pet swimming pigs were all included in the 6-hour adventure. Jordan was overjoyed with the concept. She has always been a lover of animals and the natural world. She loved the idea of going snorkeling and petting pigs in the Bahamas. Even though the tour was fully booked for the day, Michael Jordan's father was able to persuade the firm to accept them for the trip. The business sneaked them in, happy with the agreement. As they prepared to board the boat that would take them to Rose Island, the family moved toward the Paradise Island boat station. It was a terrible error. They were ignorant of what was going to happen as the animated family jumped onto the ship and grinned at one another. Nobody could have anticipated how drastically this little day journey would alter their lives. Atop the deep blue seas below, the little boat was moored. Even though it was summer, the sun opted to successfully hide today. Still, the ocean's waves were stunning with the lesser sunlight it was working with behind the gloomy clouds that were hovering over it. The family eventually did what the instructor instructed and got ready for their snorkeling trip. However, Gianna, Michael, the two brothers, Jordan's sister, and the two brothers did not want to go snorkeling. They just wanted to lazily swim along the beach for the remainder of the day and take in the beautiful ocean views. On the other side, Kami and Jordan preferred the complete experience. After all, it was the third day of their vacation, and Jordan wanted to enjoy it to the most. The family discussed it and decided to simply split up. Jordan and Kami would later reunite with Michael and the others at the beach. At the time, it looked like a smart idea to keep in close proximity due to the short distance to the other side, where the snorkeling site was. But everyone will come to regret their choice afterwards. Michael gave Jordan a forehead kiss as the two groups split off and said, "I'll see you later, Jordan." As she and Kami moved to the opposite side of the beach, Jordan waved. The remaining group members waved her farewell as they departed from the beach. They had no idea that this was the final time they would ever see Jordan alive. Jordan and Kami approached the tour leader and started down the route. Although it wasn't long to the snorkeling location, the walk there provided a wonderful opportunity for introspection. Greenery and unusual birds, including peacocks, were seen throughout the route. There were few seats, changing rooms, and restrooms along the path for the visitors. Many different types of trees were sprouting through the sandy soil to surround the small route. As they peacefully strolled alongside the other visitors, Kami and Jordan spoke about life, her school, and her family. The intelligent 21-year-old has a bright future and a lot of goals. When they eventually arrived at the snorkeling location, Jordan and Kami put on their wetsuits and were ready for the enjoyable experience. Jordan was very thrilled to observe the sea life scurrying around the area. Time to go had come. Jordan moved into the deeper area of the sea while gazing at the surroundings via her goggles. It was timed just as the sun started to emerge once again. exposing the stunning coral reef formations under the surface of the ocean. Kami had also jumped in, and she was having a great time exploring underwater. However, just as the two were enjoying their adventure, death made an appearance. Kami burst through the water surface while Jordan kept peering through it. She abruptly heard Jordan shout, "Mom!" She swung her head around and saw an oddity. She first believed that Jordan was surrounded by a school of dolphins and that she was being shown the dolphins by Jordan. She continued to stare, but as she did, a foreboding sense that no mother ever wanted to experience surrounded her. Jordan was unexpectedly approached by a school of sharks. Kami's maternal instincts started to surface right away. From a distance, she yelled at Jordan, asking her to swim her way, but it was useless. The school of sharks attacked her without notice, biting her all over. Jordan fought valiantly, but the sharks were in a frantic state and there was already blood in the water. Jordan screamed with such intensity that Kami had to go over to her. Jordan was yelled at once again, and she begged her to swim over to her. Jordan, though, was no longer able to swim. Kami discovered the shark had chewed off her right arm, frightened by the scene. Kami sprang into action right away, swimming towards Jordan despite the possibility that she would be assaulted herself. She was reluctant to dive into the mayhem, but had no choice. Any urge to flee and seek for aid was suppressed by the mother's dread of losing her kid. It was just what any caring mother would have done. By punching the shark in the nose and striking the sharks with all of her might, Kami managed to reach Jordan and repel the predator. "There's another shark coming," the tiny girl warned Kami mom as she tugged on Jordan. As it raced at them like a fight, the shark took off more of her lower leg. Jordan was hemorrhaging heavily. Kami was persistent. She dragged Jordan over to a nearby rock and made an assistance request. A boat from the Sandy Toes snorkeling excursion eventually arrived to save her. When Michael and the other family members learned that a teenager had been mauled by sharks while snorkeling, they were petting pigs along the beach. Jordan was transported by MS to a hospital in Naya after a brief delay. She was, however, declared dead when we got there. Michael and the others were too late when they got to the hospital.